What you're about to listen to is part of the Podgods Network. If you go to podgodsnetwork.com, you'll find other great shows there too. If you have a problem with this or any other show, please write it in an email. And go fuck yourself. Have a nice day!
All right, you primitive screwheads, listen up.
But more of the R-rated film that most other people do. There's some salty language in it and shit like that.
We work very well together, okay?
Gruesome twosome!
Gruesome twosome!
Pardon my French, but you're an asshole.
These guys are laughing.
I'm here for the gangbang.
I have come here to chew bubblegum and kick ass.
Inconceivable!
And I'm all out of bubblegum.
Oh, no, not the beast! Not the beast! Ah!
I feel like I'm taking crazy pills!
What? Say what again? Say what again? I dare you. I double dare you, motherfucker. Say what one more goddamn time.
They've done studies, 60% of the time, it works every time.
That doesn't make sense.
Set no substitutes.
What's up, kids? This is Salty Language, episode 154. I'm coming to you from the Shameless Plug Studios, as always, or almost always, I should say. Because there was, once I didn't. But
yeah, that was only once.
Yeah. When I was in...
You're in the murder room or whatever.
The Hotel of Horrors.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. I am Brian, and the other guy over there is...
Steve?
No, that's not right. No. You don't even know your own name?
Not after this powerful cocktail.
Yeah, it's pretty powerful. It's true. The Godfather. No,
it's Tony, of course.
Yes.
Damn it.
Mm-hmm.
The Gruesome Twosome. I do enjoy that song clip.
I do too.
Yeah. Oh, speaking of Always Sunny, of course, Reddit. There's a GIF of an exploding food truck in Philly.
Right.
I was like, wow. And it was like huge fireball, like middle of traffic. I was like, that's crazy. I'm going to click on the comments to see what happened because I'm just curious. Because I was like, oh, maybe a story for here. Couldn't find anything to do with the thing, but the top voted comment was, and the gang buys a food truck.
That seems accurate.
It seems very accurate.
It seems how maybe the episode would start, and then the rest of it's just showing how that happened.
Exactly. Yeah.
I could see that. Somehow Frank would end up in a mascot outfit somewhere through it or something.
It's something, yeah.
Maybe not. It might be more of a Charlie thing. Guess it depends on what they're selling.
Also true.
Because Mac might if it's like kicking chicken or something.
Kicking chicken.
I don't know.
If you haven't watched Always Sunny in Philadelphia, get on that shit immediately.
I believe it gets the...
Because it's hilarious.
The Salty Language stamp of approval.
Boy, does it. Double mushroom. That's not a pizza topping. Well, I guess it could be.
It could be. Who wants to be the pizza? Anyway, fix my tie. We're off to a rollicking start.
Rollicking.
Mm-hmm. Can't you tell by the enthusiasm in our voices?
Well, it is almost Merca Day.
I know.
Yeah.
Where, as it's already started because a lot of people are off tomorrow, and in my neighborhood anyway, they can't.
Jesus Christ.
They're not sure what day the 4th is, apparently.
No, not at all.
As they're shooting off fireworks already.
Exactly. Sounds like Gaza Strip out there.
Yeah.
It's pretty exciting.
Yeah, it's something.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, when I was working, it was, I don't know, probably 4 o'clock, and I was driving through to get to...
As is tradition.
As it really is.
Yeah.
And there was a dude out there, he just lit a Roman candle. He looked psychotic on the side of the road. He was just holding it. It looked like a scene out of, like, I don't
Borderlands?
know. Yeah.
It's like Krieg running with something? Or
yeah,
Psycho?
exactly. Yeah. And I just drove by it because I was like, I wish I could have stuck around to see what was going on.
Yeah, because you want to see his hand get blown off or something.
Anything.
Yeah.
I imagine he's probably just firing it into traffic.
Probably.
He did not look right in the head. That is for sure.
Yeah.
As is tradition.
Yeah, as is tradition. Good call. Good call, sir.
Especially for our wacky city.
I know. It's one of those where all you can hope for at that point is that like maybe one of the Google cameras catch the person,
Yes, that would be awesome.
Or better yet, I mean, you just want it to end up on Reddit.
Yeah.
So that you can see it. if you didn't capture it, you want it to end up there so you can still see what happens.
Along the same lines of capturing shit.
Mm-hmm. Wait, this isn't something that's going to get you arrested, is it?
Not necessarily.
Okay. Well, you start talking about capturing things, and
I didn't mean capturing people.
Oh, who did?
No, for
Brian, cut that out.
Yeah, mark that.
Yeah.
For Beer Fest, I got an idea.
Is this going to be another way of pissing?
No.
Okay.
No. That was derailed by a much too small black cat.
Right.
Race catheter.
Right.
Yeah. No. I want to get the chest mount for my GoPro.
Okay.
Right. And I found a company on Amazon that makes chest mounts. They're not GoPro, but it's got like 5-star reviews and it's half the price.
Okay.
So I was like, fuck, I'll buy that because it's like $9.
Oh wow. Yeah.
As opposed to like 25.
Right.
Right. So what I want to do is I want to have a fully charged, empty memory carded GoPro on my chest at Beer Fest, set for time lapse. So every minute it takes a picture.
Oh, that's a horrible idea.
It's a great idea. And then I can make a time lapse video of Beer Fest.
I don't like the idea that I'm going to end up in these pictures.
That's what my wife didn't like. She's like, it's just going to be a bunch of my boobs. I'm like, eh.
At some point, it definitely will be.
It's not a
not a problem. When you're sober, it may not be because
Right.
you'll be like, oh, I got to get everything.
Well, it's going to be chest level. That's the problem.
Right. Well, that's what I'm saying. Is
Yeah.
Originally you'll kind of like turn yourself to try to check out all this whatnot. After 1 or 2 drinks, you'll be like 1 or 2.
Well, the thing is, it's set up to do it every minute, so I don't know when it's taking a picture.
That's true.
It's just once a minute, it'll snap a pic.
Right. Does it make a?
I don't know.
Oh, okay.
I've never set up the time lapse.
Oh, okay.
I got to do a little experimentation and convince my wife it's a good idea. So
Right.
it's a good idea, honey, because I put it out in the public, so now our listeners are expecting a time lapse video of Beer Fest
Or of Jeannie's boobs.
or of Jeannie's boobs. Either way,
the crowd will love it.
yes, exactly.
Yes.
I think it's phenomenal.
Her boobs or the idea?
Both.
Okay. Just
Yeah.
I'm not trying to.
Brownie points. I like it.
Yeah.
I just have this image, though.
Just call me Bobby.
Bobby. No.
Iceman?
I get it. No.
Okay. Bobby Drake? No?
No.
Not going to give me that one?
No.
You son of a bitch.
Yellow card.
Jeannie, he wanted me to give him the lob to talk about your boobs.
Damn it.
Fuck your brownie points. If I can't have any, you can't either.
No, I just got this
that didn't
image
sound right.
because you got to walk through the gate and they stamp your hand of starting it as I'm walking through. So you get the picture of the gate,
Right.
And then just it'd be me in line holding various cups of beer, but like inside of a porta potty.
Let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
What if you get into line and you don't have any hands? Do they stamp your stump, or do you get a choice at that point? Do they give you a lanyard? Maybe.
I don't know
Would they stamp your dick?
if you
That'd be
pulled it
kinda
out,
weird,
maybe.
right? I
But
don't-
you have no arms, so you can pull it out.
Someone else. pulled
Violent
out for you.
shaking. It's just out.
Yeah, it's just out. Yeah. I assume people with no arms don't wear pants.
Oh, that's true.
Right?
How could they?
Yeah. How are you pulling them
How do you
up?
pull them up?
Yeah.
Exactly.
A long rope in your teeth?
Maybe.
Hydraulic system?
I'm guessing they probably have one of those towels that have like the Velcro, and they just roll into it. So it's kind of like a kilt.
I think we may be giving some people more athletic prowess than they deserve.
Oh, and they got to have something. If they got no arms, they have to make up for it somewhere else.
They don't have
They're like
to.
superheroes, right?
Well,
they can leap up on the buildings and
The
shit.
ones that make it onto the news and newspapers, yes.
Right.
But out there's that, shady underbelly
Joe Schmo.
of the people who just, no. They just are like, we're not even going to try,
That's a damn shame.
No. Well, I don't know. I mean, if you can eventually, get to where you don't have to wear pants anywhere, I mean, it's kind of a win, right?
That's true.
Unless someone forces you into a diaper or something.
That would be bad.
Yeah. And a bonnet.
Well, of course.
And a binky.
Got to.
And a blanket for when you want to go night-night.
9-9?
Night-night? Yeah. Maybe not. I don't know.
I do like that idea, though.
Of wearing a diaper?
No pants.
Oh. I guess, yeah.
No, but I think...
Hey, stand in front of me for a minute. Are you duking?
Maybe. Yeah, I don't know how the... I don't know how much, how much video I'm going to get.
Yeah, I was going to ask you about that also.
Yeah.
Because I don't know.
It doesn't need to be like crisp, like 1080p.
It does,
I mean,
actually. If
okay,
it's not,
maybe.
I'm just going to set
all right, fine.
everything on
crisp
fire.
1080p then.
Everything on fire.
More. I know I got enough space for pictures. I just worry about battery life.
Also that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I think it's a great idea.
Does it use like rechargeable batteries or like a lithium?
Yeah, you got to plug it in via USB. I guess I could get one of those little like USB fucking power pack things. It's like a quick charge.
Yeah.
That's the noise it makes when you plug it in.
I know. You have to make sure it's strong enough to charge that, though.
That's true.
Because, for instance, I have one that'll charge my iPhone.
Right.
But if I hook it up to my iPad, it only gets the
goes
thing to
no
like
hour.
15%. Yeah.
Well, you know what else I could do, Brian?
Go to saltylanguage.com, click on the Amazon banner in the upper right-hand corner,
Yes, that's exactly what I was going to say.
and then
Because
shop
I could,
away.
for the low price of $11.25, that's retarded.
That's pretty cheap.
$11.25 new, $15 used.
I'd buy the used.
What is it, dipped in gold?
Maybe. It might be.
For an extra battery. Mm-hmm. That's the idea.
Boom. Problem solver.
Problem solver. Mm-hmm. So, basically, for the cost of a GoPro chest mount, I can get a backup battery and a chest mount.
Yes. That seems like the better career move.
Really does seem like the better
Because otherwise, we're going to have to get handy with some duct tape.
Yeah, that's silly.
And that's going to get warm.
Yes.
Because, you know me, I'm going to use all the duct tape.
And the chest thing looks retarded, but I don't mind looking like an idiot.
Well, obviously, as is tradition.
And
after a few drinks, you won't care.
Yeah, a few beer boofs, who gives a fuck?
Yeah, you won't even know.
No.
That's the only problem. We'll have to make sure you don't, well, those cameras are meant to get thrown around.
So I'll see the, other, like, hot beer drinkers, and I'll just be like, stand there for a minute. Just wait.
Tony's going to be squatting down to get ass and crotch shots all day.
Oh, I dropped this. Oh.
I'm going to be like, Tony, stop taping my ass.
I got my my wrist mount on my ankle.
Oh, God. Point it up, of course.
Well, of course.
Right. Like, sundresses.
Excellent.
What a creep. As is tradition. That is a strong drink you poured us, sir.
So what do you think of the peach old fashioned? For a throw together, let's see if this will work drink.
It's not bad. It's strong as hell, though.
Well.
Which is what we were shooting for.
Yeah. It's supposed to be.
Yeah.
It's old fashioned. Puts hair on your chest.
You're right.
Despite the fruit in it.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true. People in those days didn't like fruits. Like, what's this? That's not straight whiskey.
Bah.
The only accessory I need with my whiskey is a glass.
I just saw that somewhere.
And even then, I'll just drink it out of the bottle.
Oh, there was God, I need to get off Reddit for a little while because that's all I do is surf Reddit.
Right.
Of course, weird. There's a cocktail subreddit.
Really?
So naturally, I started following it.
Yeah, of course.
And someone just put like, "Hey, besides, or what's having a party? What's your easy to make drink that I should use?" And the guy was like, "Simple."
Beer in a
Scotch,
glass.
ice, enjoy.
I like it.
It's very simple.
I'm not a big Scotch man, but
Yeah.
yeah.
The recipe's there, though.
Yeah.
I mean,
That's you can't fault that.
You
I mean,
can't-
it's a
you
timeless,
can't fuck that up.
timeless recipe. Unless you don't like ice with your Scotch.
that's true.
I mean,
if you like it neat.
if you like it neat, that's fine as well.
Yeah.
I do suggest a glass to go with it, though. Well, if you're drinking it neat, whatever.
Neat out of bottle.
Flask, bottle, ass dimples, whatever you want to drink it out of.
Have you, sir?
I like how you're pointing to me after I talk about ass dimples. I like where this is going.
Yes. Have you watched Drunk History on Comedy Central?
I watched some of season 1, but I have not watched. I didn't even realize that the new season. I didn't know it even got a second season.
We just powered through them because they're on Hulu.
Yes.
Season 1.
I know. I just saw that last night.
Dude,
It's a great show.
what a great show!
Yeah.
Hammered comedians talking history.
Yes.
And then reenacting it.
Yes.
It's hilarious.
It's a pretty good show.
It's another, I do believe, a double mushroom of
Yeah.
approval.
Mhm.
Yes.
Yeah, like I said, the last episode I watched was the one where, Bill Hader plays, what's his name? God, I can't think of names again. I'm totally blanking again, bro.
Blanking, bro.
James Wilkes Booth's brother, I believe.
Oh.
Like where he's an actor.
Bob Booth.
Bob Booth, yep.
Right.
Yeah, that's the last one I watched. That's like second episode or first
Inventor
episode.
of the booths in the restaurants.
Right.
Clearly.
Obviously. Mr. Booth.
It's such a great idea. I wish we would have thought of
I
it.
know.
Because it'd be a great podcast.
I'm actually surprised that it isn't a podcast.
Yeah.
Like, I'm surprised it didn't start as a podcast and become a TV show.
I mean,
like, High History would be something similar as well. And I don't mean you just telling your warped views of history, although it has nothing to do with drugs. It's just you babbling about history.
I thought we were going to go into the smoke zone.
Well, we can if you want to. I just figured we have a few of these.
That too.
These here. I don't know. That's a bad idea.
Yeah, probably.
Mixing cross-fading's a bad idea.
No, it is a bad idea.
Yeah.
I don't know. I watched that show, and I was like, I just want to do a podcast like this. I want to get hammered and then have a
topic.
Have a sober. No, it doesn't have to be. Not even. You don't even need a. We probably do need to steer the ship.
You have to have a topic of some sort.
No, I mean a sober person.
Or that's what I meant, yeah.
Yeah, you probably should need to have one.
You do.
So we need a third person to mediate and bring us drinks.
And bring us drinks, correct.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. I like this.
We may have to release like a special edition Salty Language.
Now, here's the question. Are we getting drunk before we start, or are we
You have to
getting
do
drunk
it before.
Okay, because I was going to say, with different people, everyone's got their levels. So
yeah, well, like
we'll just pour strong shit and get fucked up as quick as possible.
Yeah.
And then maintain through the rest of it.
Yes.
Or try not to vomit, basically.
It'd have to be like shots.
Right.
And then I'll be all in.
Okay, so the third person can't be a woman of any kind.
Probably not.
Okay.
I might get distracted.
Might. You said the word shots, didn't you?
Yeah, I did.
Okay.
Yeah.
So unless we somehow affixed you to your chair.
Very Clockwork Orange.
Yes. Yeah. Let me go.
But I like this idea. Because I don't know. I don't know if I can carry on a conversation when I'm that drunk.
We can.
I'm sure we can.
We just would be a goddamn mess.
The mood has to be set perfect.
Yeah.
Because when it's like, any time I usually get hammered, it's usually like very energetic.
Yeah.
And I'm off and running.
That's why I said we have to affix you to a chair or something.
It has to be more of a chill atmosphere.
Right.
So I'm not like, woo!
Yeah. Yeah.
Ninja kicking through a door or something.
Right. Ooh, let me go explore around this house that I don't belong in.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I understand. Yes, it's tradition.
Boy, is it. So yeah, we might need to arrange this at some point. Not history, but just a topic.
It could be history, but we should steer.
Should we ask our listeners that don't interact with us to suggest a subject for drunk talk?
That could just be that. I would love for that to just be the way the show works. Is we just people would submit things and we pick one, or better yet, the sober person picks one. You and I have no fucking clue what we're going to talk about.
That's an even better idea.
Because it's not like we're going to sit here.
At least give us like 3, so we kind of have a little foreknowledge.
So it's like Jeopardy or something.
Kinda.
Okay.
So we're like, it might be.
But it's not like we're going to sit here with notes in front of us.
No,
I'm not trying to pull.
I'll make shit up. I don't care.
Well, that's the point. Is to just get us.
They seem oddly accurate in drunk history. I feel like they do research
They're not,
beforehand.
Well, I'm sure they do to some extent, but it wouldn't surprise me if they read up on the topic
and then get drunk,
and then talk.
Try to remember what they read about.
That's very possible. I don't like that idea though.
No,
I like
neither
our way
do I.
better.
Well,
much like our podcast. Forget preparing. Forget notes.
No, it's bullshit. Hit record. Continue bullshitting.
Yes.
That's how we do this.
And meanwhile, someone sits in here just shaking their head at us.
Yes,
as we're somehow talking about Genghis Dong, who was the
Genghis Dong. He was known because all his arrowheads looked like dicks.
Exactly.
Like, oh god, he struck again. Damn Genghis Dong.
The old mushroom archers.
Yes.
They always open by just dropping loads on people.
Horrific horseman loads.
Yes. Oh, that sounds so much worse because now I'm thinking more like centaurs.
Whatever.
All right.
Yeah. So we should figure out a day to do a special edition recording of Salty Language.
I agree.
Maybe do it at my house or something.
Mm-hmm.
So I got that nice oval table.
Probably a good idea.
And I got plenty of booze.
Also, that's true.
and then
we can have T involved.
Yeah, T can maybe mediate.
T
although
can be
he'll
our
probably
soundboard technician.
So he'll probably want to drink of us, though, to be fair.
Oh, that's fine.
Yeah.
You're right.
We do need someone to mediate,
What we need is someone who doesn't drink. That way there's no temptation. I'm just saying. I'm sure there's somebody out there we know. We'll get Show. That's who we should get.
That would work.
Because even if he does drink, 15 minutes later he's sober.
That's true.
So he could be sober enough
Yeah.
to get us through. Even if he's doing shots with us.
Yeah.
Shots.
I kind of feel like maybe they need to have a few questions, too, to ask.
That's fine, too, yeah.
Yeah.
That's fine. I mean, we could always help a little with the preparation, like you said, if we kind of, or something.
But obviously, we can't completely jack drunk history's idea.
No.
We just got to change it up a little bit.
Yeah.
Enough to get around the
Well, we don't have to talk about history. We can
No.
talk about, like, current events.
Drunk current events?
And I don't mean, like,
drunk gossip?
I'm not looking for, like, politics type stuff. I don't want to get in any of that.
We can get our straws, be like TMZ.
Yes. Oh, God.
No. We shan't to be doing that.
Probably not. Yeah, that would be a terrible idea.
Terrible.
We'll just talk sports.
Drunk sports.
Just drunk sports.
I will be horrible at that.
Exactly.
Because I don't remember names for shit. Like, that
guy who plays first base for the one.
And then I'll get in trouble because I'll be drunk and I'll be just saying dumb shit and be like, the colored guy. Like, oh, God.
Oh, no.
T, he's like, But T'd be in the room, so it's allowed, right?
Well, he'll be our go-to.
Wait.
If he says it's allowed.
We might have to have a woman in the room.
For what reason?
Because remember last time we all drank together and it was Jeannie and Amber, and they're just dropping N-bombs?
Yes.
So I could just point and be like my soundboard.
That seems like a terrible... There may have to be some editing done on this program.
Probably.
Because of certain things, like... Not that you and I are going to say stuff like that, because that's one thing we're both pretty good about.
Yeah.
We say some dumb shit when we're drunk, but... Hell, I say really dumb shit when I'm sober, so...
That's fair. So no women soundboards?
No, that's fine. They can be. We should just, try to not have them dropping inflammatory words as,
Right.
at their leisure, if you will.
At their leisure.
Yeah.
They are women of leisure.
Yes, that's fine. We're okay with that. But we don't want to get a bunch of...
Nonsense?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, so I like this idea. Drunk something. We'll brainstorm.
Drunk something. I like it.
Yeah, we'll
drunk things.
Yeah, drunk.
Well, we always talk about things on this show.
It's true.
So it could just be like drunk things.
It's true. Salty Language presents
drunk
things. We may have to do this.
Yes.
It'd be good to have it recorded and in a can for when we're like, shit, like at the end of August when I'm gone for like a week.
Yes.
And possibly another week. I don't know if that's actually going to happen. I'll talk to you about it after the show.
Alrighty.
That would be an idea to do that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I like this.
Mm-hmm. Anywho.
We're just looking for an excuse to get drunk, that's all.
Do we really need an excuse?
No.
Perfect.
I like it, though.
Yeah. So what do you got? Anything?
I mean, like for the week or
kind
of stuff?
What you?
I watched the leaked pilots of The Flash and Constantine.
How dare you pirate?
No, I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh, okay.
They were just somewhere and I saw them.
Crazy.
Yeah, I had nothing to do with any sort of illegal activities, though.
Right. Perfect.
Yes.
See, if you were hired by someone, you'd be a privateer.
Yes. Wait. Probably not.
Yeah. I remember all this lingo from
I probably wouldn't be,
Sid
though.
Meier's Pirates.
Nice. I'd probably be that creepy guy washing the deck all the time.
You can swing a mean mop.
Yeah, I can.
When battle commences.
It's true. First thing I do is snap it over my knee, so I have two mops.
Nice.
Well, one mop, but one sharp end.
Yeah, one poofy end.
Right. Well, you slap them with that one and then stab them with the sharp end.
Use a distraction like Batman's cape.
Right.
Right?
Yes. I mopped your face. I mopped your face. Would you stop that? Stab in the groin.
Oh, my God. That just made me think of something.
Stabbing in the groin?
Kinda.
Okay.
Because it felt like an icicle to my groin.
All right.
Do you remember a couple shows ago? I was
No.
talking about I was working, and I saw the woman in her exercise gear out in her yard.
Yeah, you did.
And it was horrible.
Right.
Right.
I don't remember you saying horrible. I remember you saying erotic and words like that.
I hope I didn't say that.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you
My
did.
brain might have shorted out.
Actually, it might have been me saying that as though I was you.
Oh, okay, perfect.
Yeah.
So, I'm working, and I'm going to the same person's house again.
Of course.
And I'm like, ugh, I got like, the shudders and the shivers. And
Right, because it's a little warmer than it was then.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, depending on the day, but...
I get out of my office, and I noticed, because she's got like a drop box. Yeah. On her porch, they just throw shit in.
Drop it low.
Right?
Yeah.
It wasn't there. I'm like, that's weird. And then I hear from off to the right of my face. Oh, she's on vacation. You got to bring this stuff over to me. So I look. And you remember Meatloaf in Fight Club?
Bitch tits?
Bitch tits.
No, I don't remember him.
Okay. His haircut?
Yeah.
Same haircut.
Nice.
On a woman with bitch tits.
Pretty hot.
In her nightgown.
Nice. No bra, of course.
It was horrible. Yeah, no bra.
Her looked like she had her elbows like tucked in her shirt.
Yeah. That's hilarious. I was like, oh shit, Goro. 2 arms. 4 arms. But, and this is what made me think of it. Because her whole nightgown was white at one point. It looked like someone threw mop water on her. That's how awfully stained it was.
Nice. So it wasn't see-through then.
Oh, thank God it wasn't. Oh my God. If it was, I would have taken my knife out and just cut my throat right in the middle of the yard.
That seems a little extreme.
It would have been, it's like, goodbye, cruel world.
You just look, you're just like, oh.
Yeah, exactly. Utter bleed out in the grass.
Gurgle out, yeah.
Oh, God, what is with that neighborhood? And who steps outside in their nightgown? What's wrong with people?
Who doesn't? I stepped out in mine earlier today.
Neighbors don't want that for me.
No, because you wear those real short nighties.
Yeah, that's it.
Plus the strong breeze and...
Anyway, I'm sorry. Back, the whole mop talk got me thinking about their stupid nightgown. God, if anyone need to be stabbed with a broken mop handle, is that creature. Anywho.
Oh, you just made like a sexual euphemism there, right?
No.
Stabbing with a broken mop handle?
I meant actual, literal break a mop handle and jab it into her bloated torso.
All right, fair enough. That's not what I thought you were talking about.
Yeah.
No? Thought you were just going to flip that nightgown up and...
Oh, God, no. Oh, good Lord. I'd jam the mop handle in, right? And then she'd, like, rear back.
Yeah, well, of course.
Like some sort of creature.
Yeah.
And then hopefully, like, a Japanese whaling freighter would come pulling out of nowhere.
Probably not.
And harpoon her and drag her on deck and disassemble her.
Probably not. She'd probably end up, like, mule kicking you or something.
Yeah.
Having her way with you.
Oh, good googly moogly.
Yeah, because, stabbing her with that, it'd just be like, like stabbing the blob. Like,
yeah.
Nothing, the blob, and just pulls it out.
That'd be like,
whatever.
Thousands and thousands of years ago, one lone caveman rounds the fucking bend, and there's a mammoth. He's like, and he hits it with a spear.
Yeah. And the mammoth just looks at him.
Exactly.
Gores him. Wraps him up in his trunk and, uses him to dirty Halo.
Yes, exactly. Oh, all right. Ugh, enough of that.
Ooh, yeah, that's pretty
Which
rough.
I've kept that video on our website.
I noticed.
Yeah.
Why wouldn't you?
Why wouldn't I?
The hell was I talking about? Oh, Constantine and the Flash.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Way better subjects.
Yes, definitely. I wrote a blog about them, actually.
Did you now?
I did.
I think there's a link to that on saltylanguage.com.
It's right on our blog page, actually.
Crazy.
Yes.
I do believe it's called Napalm the Earth.
Yes. I put it up there this time because I was having some issues posting it to the other blog page.
That's weird.
So if I get that sorted out, I'll move it or put it over there also. But for now, it's at saltylanguage.com, and there's a blog link at the top of the page.
Right.
So
Link-a-doodle.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'll talk a little bit about it. Is that the Flash one leaked earlier of the two, and you can definitely tell it's from the Arrow universe. It's got the same kind of feel to it and everything.
Like gritty kind of.
Yeah, and it was good. I really liked it. There's some stuff in there, like on the blog I talk about. There's a little spoiler thing toward the end of it that I don't want to I don't want to ruin it for anybody, but yeah, you can find it if you really want to see it. Just do a Google search for it. Yeah. Captain Hook that shit.
Yeah.
Or Smee
Nice.
if you're not as good of a... Well, I don't know. Neither one of them were very good at being pirates.
Not really. Unless you're Dustin Hoffman, Captain Hook.
I guess.
He was pretty sweet.
Yeah. True. He should have kept that mustache.
It was a strong mustache.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was the only issue I really had with Flash is I can't think of the guy's name now who played the Flash.
Bob Booth.
It's not Bob Booth.
No.
He's a little he overacts just a tad in a few of the scenes, so he needs to rein that in just a bit, but
right.
Whatever. That's, not that big a deal. And there's an appearance by Arrow in it that really Oz nailed it when he first talked about it. It feels pretty shoehorned. Kind of like they were like, what? Arrow's not in it? This is a spinoff from Arrow. He has to be in it. And they were like, okay, we'll come up with this stupid scene and put Arrow in it.
Was he just like doing sit-ups or something?
No, they're
he's
talking.
Just planking?
No, he's on Barry runs to Starling City and they're up on a roof.
Lifting weights.
No.
Oh.
No. This isn't a McConaughey feature. But Arrow's
like, can you spot me, bro?
Arrow's just on the fucking roof, and he doesn't have his mask on, which I'm kind of like, why doesn't he have his mask on? Because as the seasons go on, he instead of using the paint, he wears a mask. After I believe Barry tells him you should wear a mask.
Like you look like a dick.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
And so there's some back and forth, but Barry's just in street clothes up there,
right?
Referring to him as Oliver, which is not very cool of him to do, because
you never know who's listening.
Exactly, dick.
Plus, they're at the gym.
They're not at the gym. They're on top of a roof.
Oh, I just assume Arrow constantly works out.
Well, it does seem to be. He's either always on the island or working out. That does seem to be what the show does a lot of. Which, I mean, I guess you got to stay fit. He can't be like Barry to where like before after he wakes up and they're like, you were struck by lightning, and he looks at himself in the mirror and he's like, lightning gave me abs, which is a good old line from the book.
Fair enough.
But the scene is basically where Barry's like, I don't know if I can be a hero, and Oliver, is just like, you can be better than that, derp derp, and like, take your advice, wear a mask, and then he puts his little eye mask on, and I'm like, what is this? We're drinking tea at a masquerade party here, Cause,
yeah.
But anyway, like, why didn't he have the mask on the whole time? Why would you take it off? It's not like you can't...
He had an itch.
Oh, okay. It's like you can't talk with the mask on?
No. It blocks off his mouth hole.
You'd think if Oliver Queen was going to wear a mask, that he would have gotten one that can, like, zoom in so he could shoot his arrows better.
Nah, he's a stone-cold pimp.
Obviously, yeah. I mean, Batman would have done that.
That's true.
He would have crazy shit in his cowl. Anyway.
Not Oliver Queen.
Yeah.
He's like, I just need this Party City mask.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to put this on. I'm going to go lift weights. I'm going to shoot people with arrows.
Party City mask. Yeah. I love it.
The only one that has one with like a big beak from like Eyes Wide Shut.
Oh, right, yeah. Like the doctors used to wear. Right?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. See, when I think of those, the first thing I think of is Assassin's Creed now.
Right.
Because I forgot what they're called in that game.
The beak face doctors.
Yes, beak face doctors. You were correct.
Skeksis. That's what they kind of looked like.
Nice. Yeah, there's a couple little nuggets in there for people who are nerds as well.
Right.
That I think you'll enjoy as long as you
geek out on a little.
One of the things I thought was funny is I should have pulled the cast up and I didn't. The guy who plays Detective West on there is was it Jesse L. Martin, I think it is, who used to be on Law and Order.
Okay.
I don't remember which one, but he was on one of the Law and Orders.
Right.
Well, when he first shows up, there's him and there's another dude. They're cops as detective. The other cop is like an older dude, and the way his hair is done up and stuff. And I'm like, this kind of looks like the dude he used to be a partner with on Law and Order. I don't know if that was on purpose.
That would be hilarious
or,
if it was.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Maybe it's just a coincidence. Or a coinky dink.
Coinky dink.
Bugs Bunny would have said.
It'd be like Riggs and Murtaugh showing up.
Ooh, that would have been great.
That would have been great.
Just the only thing that Danny Glover says is I'm getting too old for this shit. That's
Dude,
all he says.
I got an idea.
Okay.
All right. We get movies when it's not quite buddy cops, but definitely two leads.
Uh-huh.
And we just redo the movies drunk.
This seems like a terrible idea.
Like key seeds for like Tango and Cash.
We don't have to do this off the top of our head, do we?
No.
Because I was going to say, I can't remember anything near that dialogue.
No.
Okay. Let's say if you give me the sheet, maybe I can...
We just give it our bourbon-inspired flair.
Woo! That kind of bourbon-inspired flair. I don't know if he was a bourbon man. But,
whatever your muse is.
Well, his muse was women between the ages of 18 and 28, if I believe correct.
And Coke.
Well, and Coke, yeah. And ex-wives, apparently, since he had, what was it? I don't know. Like
Plenty.
7 of them? I can't remember. I always thought that would have been the greatest picture. All his wives together, and they're just holding up, like, how many of them there are, like the Four Horsemen pictures.
That would be awesome.
That'd be fantastic. He may not agree, since he's probably
paying out
ungodly amounts of money to some of them.
I'm sorry, back to Arrow or Flash.
Yeah, that's about it for Flash, though. But
it was good.
It was good, though, yeah. Like, if you dig Arrow, Flash, I think you're going to like, because it's in the same vein.
I liked Arrow, yeah.
No stupid fucking island bullshit, though.
No?
No, because they've drugged that on way too fucking long.
He's not on Flash isn't on the island?
No. I mean, if you really want a good diatribe about the island and Arrow, you should follow our buddy Oz.
Fair enough. Yeah.
No, I mean, there's some mysteries, obviously, going on here, because, the way the Flash gets his powers is a particle accelerator. There's an incident, and, Dr. Wells, who's played by Tom Cavanaugh,
right?
He's responsible for it, and he's the head of Star Labs. So, and there's a little mystery going on with what all's happened, because, Weather Wizard is in the episode, and, you find out that he got his powers from it also. So, it's like, how many other...
Like Eskimo Brothers, but for powers.
Kind of, yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. It's like, how many others got their powers from the same thing.
Right.
If you know what I'm saying. And by them having Arrow in it, there's a chance for crossovers.
Now, did you ever imagine when we were kids that the shit we were into reading would be mainstream media in our future?
Not a chance.
Yeah.
Just growing up being nerds, when you told people that you read comics, you were looked down on.
Fucking dick.
Yeah, now if you're like, oh, yeah, I love comics, people be like, oh, me too, I love whatever. And, it's pretty cool how it's...
turned around?
Yeah. As long as it's on the right end of it.
That's true.
There are a lot of people who are trying to, like, draw a line between the I'm a real geek and you're not, and it's like Oz covers this really well. It's like, let's just all like what we like.
Yeah.
Fuck the rest of it. I mean, let's all, we all agree there's some things that some of us absolutely hate. Like, I can't stand Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. I think it's a terrible show. There's a lot of people, obviously, that like it because it got a second season.
Well, there you go.
So, it's not for me. But in fairness to that show, if I had watched the first 5 episodes of Arrow when it was on originally, I might not have kept watching it. Because it gets much better as it goes,
I was like, once you... if you can marathon it...
Yeah.
On
I'm still not through the first season of it.
I'm at where Netflix stopped because Hulu doesn't... They're like, here's 6 episodes, but not the 6 you want.
Yeah.
It's like, you fucking cocksuckers.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I know, I hate that.
He's like, I'm trying to watch my Arrow and...
Well, a show like Arrow is one where, because of the mystery elements of it, you kind of need to see them in order.
And I don't like, I don't...
Yeah.
I'm a very...
Like, if it's just like a sitcom, I can skip around. Who cares? Most of the time, they're not,
it's self-contained in a half hour, generally.
Certain ones aren't, but most of them are, Like, if they did that with, like, Inside Amy Schumer, it wouldn't be that big a deal.
Yeah.
Unless it's a recurring character, but even then, it's...
Still...
Yeah. The character's either funny each time it shows up or it isn't.
Yeah, it's not going to have, like, oh, in this episode, this happened to a character. It's going to carry over to this one. Like, like Tyrone Biggums.
Yeah. Even that, though, if you take that independently, it's still funny.
It's still funny, exactly.
Because they explain to you, like, each time you see him, like the one where it's where he comes up with the idea for crack cocaine, when he's in prison or whatever, and then the next, or, another time is when he goes to the school.
Yeah.
I mean, each one of those on its own is funny. So it's, that's what most sketch shows try to do that,
Yeah.
But
self-contained.
Mm-hmm. So anyways, on to Constantine.
This is one I'm looking forward to watching.
Me too.
When they first liked Hellblazer.
Well, we talked a few weeks ago when they showed we watched the trailer for it and stuff. Yeah. And as soon as I saw that trailer, I was like, oh, I'm all in on this. Because, what's his name? Matt Ryan, I think, is the guy who's playing him. And I don't mean the quarterback of the Falcons.
Right.
Which would be a much weirder. Anyway.
It would be strange.
But the guy they picked is fantastic.
He
looks like him. His mannerisms are great. The wit through the show.
Does he smoke?
No.
God damn it.
Because NBC put a kibosh
on it. What would the children think if he was smoking? Because he would be a bad influence, gentlemen.
Right, even though children probably shouldn't be watching the show anyways.
Yeah,
because
exactly.
of the subject matter of it. But,
We can't have him pull up a cigarette.
Something else I'm not 100% sure on. I think he says fuck off to somebody in the pilot. So if everybody, if you watch it, and I know you'll watch it, pay attention. I forgot who it is, but there's someone, and he was like, why don't you fuck off? I'm almost positive he says fuck. If so, they'll just cut that out. No big deal.
That's interesting.
Or maybe not, because South Park found out you can get away with one fuck.
Yeah.
Like on TV, but...
Is NBC going to take that chance?
I don't think so. I think they just cut it.
They're not going to... They won't allow him to have a cigarette, but they'll let him drop an F-bomb? I don't know.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
And that's why when I heard, or when I saw that, I was just like, what? Because I'm,
Maybe
in my
said
head,
like feck.
Even still,
like because like Battlestar Galactica had frack.
Yeah,
and it was basically fuck.
That's true. This sounded like fuck though. I mean, I don't know if feck is so close to fuck that I don't know if you could get away with it. But whatever, it was a one-off anyway. And like I said, they'll probably just cut it because if I believe right, the area where it happens is a scene you could cut parts of it out and not notice. Yeah,
right.
But I thought it was pretty good. I mean, there's a couple moments in the show where it seems a little quick, like things happen a little too fast. Like they spend so much time developing one part that then the next, like it's almost like Act 1 is too long, Act 2 is really short. Yeah, but that'll probably get better as it goes along. They're trying to set a lot up in that episode.
It's a pilot. They got to be like, boom, here's what we're trying to do.
Well, I mean, you got to introduce Constantine.
Yeah.
You have to introduce, I can't think of her name now, the girl that he tried to save that got possessed. You have to introduce her and what her relevance to him is. You have to introduce Liv, who's the scryer, who's clearly going to be his partner. Right. There's an angel that they introduce. There's another guy who works with him that they're introducing. Plus, you've got to kind of get a little of the scope of what's going to happen on the show, and there's a good amount of stuff to really introduce right away. I thought they did a pretty good job of it, but honestly, I think there's some really good, like in the in the trailer. You know how? Do you remember the part where the guy's reading his business card and he was like, "Oh, Master of the Dark Arts," and he's like, "Oh, it says Master, does it?" That joke comes up again. Someone says, "Oh, you're the Master of the Dark Arts," and he goes, "I'm getting new ones made," because he had given someone,
That's pretty funny.
Yeah, but there's some good humor in it.
That's
that
good.
Is from the book and
along the lines of Constantine.
Yes.
Yeah.
He really feels like Constantine.
Well, that's good.
So
because I was kind of worried about that.
And again, I'm not going to spoilers it, but there's a moment in the one house that nerds should pay attention to because there's a kind of a cool prop, I guess I'll say. And then also, I spoiler it, I think, on the blog if you really want to know. The last scene of the show, again, I'm not going to say what it is, but the last scene of the show really, really kind of was like, yeah, that's what I've been waiting for a little bit. So
now, what did you think of the Hellblazer movie with Keanu?
That was called Constantine, wasn't it?
I think it was called Hellblazer.
That doesn't.
It was called Constantine. You're right. What did you think of that?
It
wasn't terrible.
No, but he was not a good choice for
No.
Constantine. Not for that Constantine. Let me hear, if you're just writing it completely new, it might have been a fine movie.
If you're trying to make sad Constantine.
Yeah. Excuse me, yeah.
Sad Keanu.
But when you're trying to basically give you're trying to give the illusion of a guy who's really kind of lost it all, kind of broke down, likes to drink, essentially. Again, that's why the cigarettes were kind of part of it. Plus, it was kind of a prop.
Yeah.
Although, I will say in one of the scenes, instead of using his cigarette to light something, he just uses a lighter. So
why does he have a lighter?
Because you never know when you'll need one, I guess.
It doesn't.
Because he needed it for that moment.
Howie. Gentlemen, this is outrageous.
The funny part is it's a Zippo, too. It's not like he just has like a Bic lighter.
Yeah.
He just, throws, but whatever.
Harumph.
I know.
We cannot support big tobacco. The people will turn their backs on us.
That's why one of my favorite scenes in Age of Apocalypse, it hasn't even been made yet, and Days of Future Past was when Wolverine from the past steps out of whatever, he lights a cigar. It's like the first thing he does. Yeah. And I'm like, woo!
As it should be.
As it should be, yeah. But not anymore. Sad panda.
Ow.
But again, I really dug Constantine. I'm all in on that.
So looking forward to when it actually pops off, son.
Yeah. Like Flash, I'll probably do something similar to Arrow. Wouldn't surprise me if I wait until, it's in a little bit and then kind of marathon it a little bit.
Right.
Constantine's probably a show I'll be watching every week.
Fair enough.
Yeah. Again, you can find both of those if you'd like. We're not going to put the links up to those, though.
Just use the internet.
Well, we don't want to get our page taken down.
That too. Like I said, just use the internet.
Yeah. I did appreciate when I was looking for the one, there was a Reddit thing on there. And like when I did a Google search and then there was a like Reddit thread on one. So I clicked on it and someone was like, how about someone post a link to this? And the first comment was like, do you know how to use the fucking internet?
Yeah, exactly. They should provide a link, and when they click, it was just Google.
Yeah, you're right.
Like, huh.
Disguise it in a hyperlink or
yeah,
something.
Exactly.
Put a little tiny URL or something on it. Yeah. But, yeah. So there's that.
All right, then. Sounds good.
Yeah.
Sounds good. Dude.
I would really like to go see Guardians of the Galaxy.
Same here.
That looks really strong.
Yeah, it does.
And there's some, talks that movie is going to have some down the road effects in Marvel's plan, too.
Right.
I was reading yesterday that there might be some, Planet Hulk kind of spoilers in it or something.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Huh.
So that it might set up what they're going to do with Hulk after Avengers 2 or with Avengers 2 and beyond.
Right.
So I was like, ooh. Plus, the movie just looks strong anyway.
It does. It's kind of off the reservation a little bit for what Marvel's been doing lately, which I like.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I like the idea. That's why, like that and Ant-Man. When I first heard they were doing Ant-Man and, what's his name? Edgar. Damn it. The guy behind the Shaun of the Dead type movies.
Oh, right.
The guy who directed them. It's Edgar something. Or is Edgar his last name? I don't know. Whatever.
Well, yeah.
That guy. But, he's known for doing kind of, funny type stuff. And I was like, oh, that'll be cool if they, kind of have Ant-Man in, a little more of an irreverent character.
Beating his wife hilariously.
No. Probably not.
Oh, okay.
Although, if it gives me Captain America going batshit on him, beating the hell out of him afterwards, I might want to see it.
Right.
I don't want to see the woman get beat, but I want to see Captain America just beat the fuck out of him.
Well, hilariously beat.
Hilarious. Wait, which?
The woman.
Oh.
Because it sets up the brutal beating.
Yeah, because seriously, that's probably the worst beating Captain America's given just about anybody.
Yeah, probably.
Because, most of his beatings of Hitler were comical. Just a good foot in the ass here and there.
Yeah, you'll have that. The old patriotic boot to the hindquarters.
Yep. Hey, kids, join me in fighting Hitler. Buy bonds.
I'll sidetrack you a little bit here.
I'm actually, that's what I got.
Because you're talking, Captain America versus Hitler, right?
I'm always willing to talk about that. Or anything against Hitler.
World Cup time. Way to shit the bed, America.
Shit the bed?
Yeah.
Here's something I thought was humorous.
Yeah.
And this tells you how America differs from the rest of the world as far as football goes.
Right.
The footy, if you will.
The footy.
Okay. All right. When the U.S. team played Portugal You remember how they had, what was it, a 2-1 lead, I think it was, to like, I don't know, 0.1 millisecond left, and then they allowed a goal.
Right.
And, you know, people were bagging Tim Howard after that. Like, just, what a piece of shit, kind of a thing. And I'm like, the guy played a stellar game. Unfortunately, there's a mistake. And every time there's a goal let in, it's not all the goalie's fault. Don't get me wrong. That one shouldn't have went in, whatever. But then, let's fast forward to Belgium.
Right.
He's in, to use a hockey term, standing on his head.
Yes.
Playing like a maniac. I didn't watch all the game, but when I turned it on, I watched.
It was like 16 saves.
16 saves, which is like the most since like 66 or something. That's I mean, even though it's every 4 years, that's still a lot of fucking saves. Yeah. You know, I mean, and that's probably, I would imagine, that's probably like the equivalent of a hockey goalie saving like 50 or so.
Probably.
You know, because 30s.
You don't get that many shots on goal in soccer.
And Belgium was getting a lot because they were just blowing past our guys.
Waffle power.
Yeah. Well, they are a beer company.
Yes.
As we established last week.
Also that.
Fucking. Anywho, but all that was going on Twitter was all the stuff. And don't get me wrong, I loved the Tim Howard could save meme or whatever. Those were fucking great. Some of the shit that they had him saving, like one of my favorites was the one where he's jumping in front of the sword as it's coming down on Ned Stark's head. Yeah. You know? Oops, sorry, spoilers.
Nice. Yeah, Tim Howard wasn't there.
No. Maybe.
Or was he?
We don't want to give that away. But it was just funny how quickly Americans were just like, woo, he's our guy.
He's amazing.
Seems like other countries still would have been bagging on him.
Oh, yeah.
Especially once they lost.
Yeah.
You know, and most Americans, even after the game was over, were like, woo, yeah, our team, we still did good. And, you know, and Tim Howard's still a beast and all this. Other countries, he would have probably had, like, death threats.
Yes.
You know, for letting those goals in or extra time.
And I have to say, it's awesome that they made it to the brackets.
It is. Because I don't really know where they were expected to go. Do you?
I have no idea.
I know they were expected to do. I think that they were expected to get out of, or at least have a chance at getting out of the
groupings,
the pool. Yeah, the groupings.
Because from what I understood, the grouping.
But again, it was called the whatever pool of death or whatever they called it.
Yeah, there was not a good pool to be in.
No,
and they got to the brackets.
Right. I mean, don't get me wrong. The Portugal game could have bit them in the ass.
Oh yeah,
but. Luckily, it didn't.
And I don't think they were supposed to win the Ghana game.
No, I don't think so either.
But
again, we determined why that happened.
Oh, yeah. So. Malnourishment.
Yeah.
You'll have that.
Our boys are well fed.
Yes.
McDonald's.
Yeah, corn-fed fucking.
McDonald's is the official fast food stuffs of the World Cup.
McDonald's?
No.
Oh.
They were given, was it Big Mix?
Big Mix or whatever it was. Yeah, I haven't watched that movie in a long time.
Last time I watched it was at your house.
Oh, yeah, I fell asleep.
Yeah. You certainly did.
Yeah, drunk. But so, you know, my home country's out.
Ghana.
Yes, Ghana. So now I got to go with my second choice. Germany, jawohl. Fuck you, France, noon tomorrow.
Oh, shit, they're invading tomorrow?
They are.
Oh, no.
Oh, shit, I gave it away. Oh, wait, this won't come out till Monday.
We don't have to worry about Normandy-type situations here, do we?
Nah, as far as I'm aware,
all right,
no.
Good. That would be funny as hell. Just out of nowhere, Tim Howard comes in and makes a save.
Yeah, it's like, oh, shit. Tim Howard's on Omaha.
Meanwhile, the coach of Germany's got, a Hitler mustache, and he's just throwing a clipboard down. And
goose-stepping around the sidelines.
Angry, of course.
Oh, well, naturally.
Right. Takes a cyanide pill. I don't know.
Kills his dogs.
Well, of course. As is tradition.
Yes.
Oh, man. So you're going with team...
I gotta.
Team Germany.
Team Germany.
Makes sense.
I mean, that phenomenal engineering and beer and bratwurst. Come on now. How could I not? Sauerkraut. I love that shit.
Yeah, you do. Mm-hmm. You do. It's true. Overlook their atrocities just because of their footy team.
And their delicious food.
And
amazingly engineered cars.
And their engineering, right?
Yeah, I guess so.
Oh, I don't like this.
What?
I honestly, I pulled the old American trick, which was, once the U.S. is out, I'm like, what? There's soccer going on?
What happened? Well, I figured I might as well follow it to the end.
Yeah.
Unless Germany's out, then I'm like,
Then you have to pick another team. I mean, by just saying that, you've probably given Germany the kiss of death.
Well, here's the
as
thing.
you'll do.
Because my next step would be
Big,
like
sloppy,
would be
open
like France.
Yeah.
Because I'm like mostly German and French.
Right.
So my
Makes
heritages are battling tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's bratwurst versus baguettes.
Seems like bratwurst would win. Well, it depends on how old the baguettes are, I guess.
That's true. The baguettes have more of a reach.
It's true.
But the bratwurst, depending on in their form, could be like nunchucks.
That's true.
So
the baguettes could be, again, if they're old enough. You just put a string in there.
Very true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or it'd just be like using, bow staff if you make a really big one.
True. I was about to say, too, and French women are pretty hot, but you see those Oktoberfest broads.
Yeah.
That's pretty, yeah.
Yeah.
It can go either way.
And then there's the smell of French people, too. Let's not forget that.
Also true.
And as Al Bundy taught us, it's wrong to be French.
Oh, fair enough.
Even though I have, French in my...
Yeah, I'm very much France.
Yeah.
France.
I'm mostly English, but...
English?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
As my last name will attest.
It's true.
Mostly that and, I think, Irish
Aye.
are my two major ones.
So, yeah, there you go. Jawohl, Germany. The motherland or something.
Right.
Ah.
That'll wake you up.
I've been watching anime for some reason.
What was that all about?
I was tapping my phone.
Okay.
Been watching anime. You ever watch Attack on Titan?
Does this have to do with tentacles?
Not yet.
I like how you were immediately going with no, and then you're like, maybe.
Yeah, I haven't got through the I haven't got through the series. Maybe it does.
No, I'm sure it doesn't. Because this is a little more of a mainstream one.
Yeah, well, that's why I kind of wanted to watch it, because I've noticed on the T-shirt sites, there's been Attack on Titan. There's been a lot of it, yeah. So I'm like, it must be good.
Right.
It's pretty good.
Yeah.
It's on Netflix. Problem with it is, not that I mind reading, it's all in Japanese.
Reading? Boo.
Well, it throws me off because I typically watch TV when I'm kettlebelling.
Uh-huh. So
I can't really kettlebell and read the subtitles at the same time.
I think you can. What could go wrong?
Horrible things.
Fair enough.
But it's pretty good. Yeah. If you want to sit down for some anime about big giant things that eat people, you should check it out. It's pretty good.
So it's kind of like watching a documentary about Americans.
Kind of, yeah.
Yeah.
Kind of.
Well, maybe not people, but...
Oh, yeah.
Eating things.
That, and for some reason, you ever hear of Death Note?
Yeah.
Jeannie started watching that the other night when we were just sitting together, and that's in English.
Yeah.
That's pretty good, too. It's about some dude that's got a notebook, and he writes a name in it, and how they die, and they die. And you should check it out.
I need one of those notebooks.
Yeah. There's my anime rant.
That concludes Tony's Anime Corner.
Anime Corner. Aw, adorable.
This time with no tentacles.
No, not this time. Not that I'm aware of. Like I said, there might be tentacles. I certainly hope
that's our
not.
new band name.
Tentacles?
There might be tentacles.
That's a great band name. There might be, or at least an album name.
Right.
No, that's a better band name. Yeah. There might be tentacles.
It'd be like they might be giants or whatever it was. Yeah.
It'd be like a They Might Be Giants cover band.
Oh yeah. Except it's not really a cover band. We just use their melodies, but write songs about anime.
Yeah, about tentacle porn.
Tentacle porn, right?
Yeah.
Not even just anime, but is anyone doing live action tentacle porn yet? Because if not, I mean,
someone's got to have.
This has got to happen, right?
Yeah.
That seems
someone had to.
Creepy as shit, though.
I would Google it, but I really don't want to.
I don't want that on my computer.
Yeah, exactly. Even my computer has a line.
Are you sure you want to look at this? You've never asked me that before.
What? Really, Google?
Siri, look up. No.
Yeah, his phone just fries in her hand.
Yeah. Just bricks.
A little smoke.
Yep. It just lifts out of your hand and flies away. Yeah. Just flies back to Apple.
To report on you.
Yeah, probably. Oh shit, my phone's a drone.
Oh, god damn it. Oh, shit. I kind of want a drone. Just to fly around and annoy people. Oh my god, I saw the best fucking pictures.
On Reddit?
Yeah. Weird.
I know.
And
in case you people haven't realized.
We're addicts, at least I am.
We enjoy Reddit.
And I may have thrown this into our Tumblr, so it may have already popped up.
It may have tumbled, if you will.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll tumble for you.
Oh, God.
This guy took a Grim Reaper costume and put it on his drone and then chased people around the park.
Oh, God. Wow.
And the pictures are phenomenal.
Because the people are freaking out, I'm
Oh,
sure.
my God,
yeah.
are they? It's this big fucking cloaked skeleton chasing them. Airborne.
So great.
Oh, my God, I just want to do
It
shit.
reminds me of that dude that was posting on YouTube of... it's like, I think he's like an illusionist or whatever, where he does something and then like his legs come off. Like he just like his legs disappear.
Oh, yeah,
and he
yeah,
just,
yeah.
you know, chases after people and they freak out.
Good times. Good times.
Just wonder if he's ever gotten, you know...
Punched in the face?
Yeah, well, I mean, that seems like it could come with the territory. A lot of those like practical joke things like that, it seems like you're running that risk of getting punched.
Right.
You know?
Yes.
At least getting punched.
At least.
You never know. I mean, it could be, you know, you pull a practical joke like heckling Cat Williams at a comedy show and have a gun pulled on you.
You'll have that.
Boy, you talk about somebody who's just...
Yeah, I don't know what's up with him. Funny motherfucker, too.
He was, and then the last comedy special I watched of his, it was really homophobic and
Well, I
like
guess...
the end of times is coming and you better
Really?
get right with Jesus shit. Yeah, he was really buying into the end of the world shit.
Although, to be fair, if you're 3'2", you're packing heat.
Well, yeah,
I mean...
it's true. You don't want anyone messing your hair up.
It's true. It's been freshly shellacked.
He does have some interesting hair in his stand-up specials, to say the least.
He is a little fella.
He is a little fella.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I'm pretty sure, I might be wrong, but I'm pretty sure he's on some sort of parole. So I don't know if that gun thing is going to turn out real well.
Parole? Or is it like detention?
Well, could be either with him. I don't know.
Aw, little guy.
You know, just tussle his hair and then he just pulls a gun on you
Pulls a
again.
gun on you.
Yeah.
Oh, I
Whoops a
mean,
daisy.
Hey, don't touch the locks.
Yep. Yep. Kids these days. Or cats these days, as you will.
I guess. You'll have that.
All right, well, we're sitting at about an hour. Do you want to do a break or...
We can.
as you twist your mustache?
Yeah, I find myself, like, stroking my
Well,
stash.
it's long enough now. You're getting that
yeah.
twist at the end a little bit.
Yeah,
so
a little bit.
You're almost to villain.
Excellent. Well, I figure, you know, Jeannie's like, hey, I like beard. I want the beard. So I'm like, who needs to trim anything?
Yeah. You wanted the beard?
Yeah,
you got the
the
beard.
beard. We'll see what happens.
And caveman.
in like a month and a half.
Right.
Yeah.
You're just all over the place.
Exactly.
Looking like Nick Nolte in a bad photo or something.
Oof.
I don't know. Not
Okay,
Nick
I can
Nolte.
only
I
hope.
was just making this shit up.
Look like Nick Nolte's hair.
Yeah. Except on your
Oh no,
chin.
Gary Busey. That's what I'm thinking.
Either one. Nick Nolte's
Like
hair
if I
was...
glued chiclets to my chin.
Chiclets aren't big enough to be his teeth, dude.
That's true. I need like paver stones.
I was going to say, yeah, you need like French fries or something.
French fries. Such a random object.
I don't know. Home fries. They got to be big, thick.
Big, thick.
Like, Jesus Christ.
Good
Some
googly.
chomping teeth right there.
Champers.
Did you ever see the picture on Reddit of when somebody combined his teeth with a shark?
No, but that sounds awesome.
Yeah. Damn it. I don't know if I can... I'm sure that was a great picture because they did like 2 rows of them too.
I'm looking.
Yeah.
So there, Gary Busey shark.
That'd be the most frightening shark ever. Especially if it spouted off like Gary Busey and had all them teeth.
Exactly.
Man.
Let's see here.
Got all them teeth and no toothbrush.
I think this might be it. That's pretty awesome.
Right? Make sure you put that picture up for everybody because...
I will save this just to my desktop.
As a desktop, you mean?
Even better.
Yes.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Yeah. I don't know how I didn't bring that up or just post that on our Tumblr or something at some point. Cause I just remember seeing it and giggling like a maniac.
I'm just looking at crazy Gary Busey pictures.
Well, you'll do that. Leave your fapping time for some other time.
Fine.
All them teeth. Ah!
Oh, look at all the enamel.
Fap. I'll put
It's
some
so
enamel on there.
hot.
I got some teeth waiting there for you. Ah. It's disgusting. Why would you say that?
Because it's hilarious.
Somewhat,
In its own way.
I guess. I don't know.
Yeah.
All right, well, let's do one of them breaks.
Okay, Brian.
put some words or something for other shows in here.
Words.
And then we'll come back better than ever. Maybe not better. We'll see.
Probably not.
No, probably not. You're right.
Yeah.
All right, well, we'll be back in 2 and 2.
You're listening to the Clutch and Wiggle Entertainment Radio Network on CWERadio.com, home to such shows as Aristocrats Radio, Broadcasting Under the Influence, The Courtesy Flush, The Clutch and Wiggle Experience, and my own show, The Radio Ghost. Clutch and Wiggle Entertainment Radio, uncensored internet talk radio, sports, sex, political and entertainment news. Because what else would an immature adult want to listen to?
Let's get into character. Let's get into character. Let's get into character.
I'm Chubby.
And I'm Tommy.
Straight from the fucking internet.
Get into character.
GICpodcast.blogspot.com.
GIC Podcast on Twitter. Podgodsnetwork.com.
Hamsterdance.com. I don't understand.
References! That's our show.
Not intended for the easily offended.
We have Kendra here. She can do an inverted twink on command like this. That's a character.
Take that out of contest.
Cats! Felix and a Leonard.
I'm hungry! Suck my dick!
Sometimes we do radio play.
Our show has really no purpose other than to be funny. No rhyme or reason.
We usually talk about what's happening, right? We experience things during the week, and we just let it out there.
Dude, Tarantino, that's so noir.
Get not loud. You can listen to us on Stitcher, iTunes.
Silence is hilarious. You better not crack. We have all sorts of shit to use.
Crack is whack. Not safe for work.
He hasn't come yet, and you will too. That's the way the cookie sex is.
Yeah. Facebook.com/getintocharacter. chubsandtubs@gmail.com.
Podgodsnetwork.com.
And that's what our podcast is like.
Let's get into character. 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 Let's get into character.
Good googly moogly, we're back, Brian.
We certainly are.
And stuff.
Or at least I've heard.
Yes. Mm-hmm. How was everyone's break? I hope you all took your pants off and went to Amazon.com and shopped for things.
They should have had their pants off well before that point.
'Cause that's the best thing about Amazon.
How can you listen to our voices and
that's
keep
true.
your pants on?
That's very true.
I'm not wearing pants.
Me neither. Shorts.
Exactly.
I can only assume that our sensual voices make their pants either way too moist or way too tight.
Or both.
Which
is kind of weird.
That would be weird.
Well, maybe they have an enormously large clit.
Maybe.
Or a problem with pre-ejaculate.
Also true. Yes. That would be a hell of a problem.
Yeah.
Old drooly dick. Oh my.
Yep. As soon as they hear our voice. Sploosh.
Yeah, sploosh.
To borrow from Archer.
Yes. I love
What's
Archer.
the male equivalent of sploosh? I guess sploosh, right?
I guess so.
Do you remember Ray said that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just making sure.
Sploosh. Oh, man.
Owie.
So we stopped calling this news. We're calling it things, all right?
Yeah.
So here, welcome to Things, folks.
Welcome to Things. Presented by Salty Language. Your friends at Salty Language.
Your friends.
Maybe. Your acquaintances.
Yeah.
Those guys you listen to that make your pants tight / moist.
Yes.
Let me
Presents.
rephrase. Make your pants tight and or moist.
How about we just call it toist?
Toist?
Toist.
Yeah, because might doesn't seem...
No. My pants are might.
Yeah,
like,
that
what?
seems weird.
I don't get it. What do you
Toist.
mean?
Toist sounds kind of weird, too.
Toist.
Sounds almost like you've got some sort of a torsion thing going on.
Yeah, that's true. Like, my balls are all toist.
Yeah, like, I twist mine up once in a while, too.
Twist
like, no,
them
I'm not
up.
talking about Dirty Halo here.
Toist them up. They start to hang too low. I gotta give them a good toist.
I got a bread tie on them bangers.
You know what I'm talking about, Marty? I sure do.
I wear a garter belt and clip it to my balls.
To my balls.
To keep them up a little higher. Ugh.
It's all those years of hanging my car keys off them. I should have known better.
I was a janitor. That was the worst place to keep my keys.
His big jailer ring.
Yeah. Well, he had a piercing of the big jailer ring.
Of course he did.
Oh.
He was a freak in the Navy.
Mm-hmm. The Navy.
Yeah, he was in Da Nang or something. Got his scrotum pierced.
That's a hell of a piercing.
Yeah.
If you're hanging janitor keys from it, that is impressive.
It's true.
And embarrassing when you're going through a metal detector.
Wow, in those days they didn't metal detect.
That's true.
And now he's too old. They don't care anymore.
Yeah.
They see his Navy tats on his forearms. They
True.
don't pull him aside.
That's true.
Out of respect. Like, thank you for your service. Unaware of the giant barbell through his scrotum.
Yeah. Oh, man.
Yeah.
Can you imagine being the TSA agent, giving him the old friskadoodle there, and you get up near the scrotal range, and
Looks like mid-thigh because he's 80.
yeah, you just hear those keys jingling because even though he doesn't have keys to any building except his place anymore, he still keeps
Because
all the keys.
That's what he's used to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whenever he finds a loose key, he just puts it on there.
Well, of course. Why wouldn't he? He's got all that barbell space.
Right.
You know?
I mean, you don't want it to be empty. That's just like, who wants an empty barbell through their balls?
That's crazy.
Yeah. I'm not sure that I want a barbell through my balls anymore.
I really don't either.
Yeah, I don't.
Yeah.
Clearly, this guy is crazy.
For this guy.
This guy who doesn't exist is insane.
No, fucking,
What a nut.
You'll have that when you're on a ship for 6 months out of the year.
Yeah.
Finally hit port,
What can I do to commemorate my time?
Exactly.
A barbell through the balls.
Yeah, barbell through the balls, and then, you're slapping that barbell against some sort of dirty Vietnamese hooker. I can only assume.
I'm sure I got the keys to your chastity belt here somewhere, sweetheart. Jingle, jingle,
jingle, jingle, jingle.
The whole time.
Oh, here come a jingle ball.
As his balls are slapping against her. Ching, ching, ching. Terrible.
It's crazy.
Mm-hmm. I was like, can you take those out? Like, nope.
Nope. Sure can't.
I can't come unless I hear him jingling.
I need the sweet, sweet metal against my inner thigh. Makes me think of my bunk.
I might stick a couple in your ass. And mine.
Because he's got enough keys.
Right. And some are just long.
Yeah,
you know?
exactly.
Yeah. Because, they're like jail, like prison keys.
Big old school prison keys.
Right. On the upside, he's great as an escape artist because he's, got handcuff keys on there, too.
That's true. All the keys.
Of course. Ugh. And he's double jointed.
Well,
because it just makes the story better.
Why not?
He has double jointed balls.
That's weird.
You can wrap them around to the side.
He is 80, and he's got 40 pounds of keys hanging from his scrotum.
It's true.
You'll have that. Everyone thinks he's just got some sort of weird thigh tumor.
Right.
Just a mass of keys and testicles.
What's weird is when he keeps them up in his fanny pack. He's like, let me get my keys out. It's just his giant balls and all his keys.
Draped over his belt into his fanny pack.
Right.
Like, sir, you have a piece of bologna on your waist. Oh, good God.
God. He's so old he doesn't even notice if he gets them stuck in the zipper.
No, he has no idea.
There's just no feeling
He
there
just doesn't
anymore.
give a shit.
He's like, I've been through worse.
All that piercing gave him nerve damage.
Right. And the horrific, Vietnam tang he got.
Yeah. He caught some of that Viet Cong shrapnel.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Is that a euphemism?
Sure. Herpes.
Yikes.
I got the old Viet Cong shrapnel.
That sounds like a horrific STD. Oh, shit. She had an IUD in her vag.
You thought jungle rot was bad. Look at my balls.
Jungle rot. Oh. All right, we need to move on to anything else. We have talked about an old man's balls with keys for much too long.
A pretend old man.
A pretend old man.
Or is he?
Yeah, it's actually Tony.
Yeah,
None of the war parts are true. It's just...
I went to the Nam.
Yeah. Replace war
while I
with...
was at peace.
I was going to say replace war with drunk. The shrapnel part's true, though.
Oh, yeah. Vietnamese shrapnel.
Yeah.
It's a problem.
Ooh. It sounds like it would be a problem.
It does.
Yikes.
Hey, boy. Good googly.
All right, then.
Yeah.
So what you got? You have things for the people?
I got a couple things. One of them's kind of a musical number, so we'll do that one later.
Okay. Like you're going to perform?
With
I didn't know you were a musical guest.
With my computer.
Oh.
So much like Deadmau 5.
Oh, so you're a DJ now?
Yes.
I see.
Yeah.
Should I have, like, glow-in-the-dark things on?
Maybe.
Okay. I'll go get some.
Yeah, we need some rave gear.
Yeah.
Like pacifiers.
Mm-hmm. Well, I always have
clearly
those.
need some ecstasy.
Yeah.
But then we need women as well.
Also true.
So.
I'm not trying to roll with just you and I here.
Yeah, it's weird. I mean, my beard is soft and luxurious. I don't need you molesting it.
That's true, and I might. Yeah. It is what I like in a woman.
Exactly. So, all right, here's what I got. One of them. Dateline, Charleston, South Carolina, because I haven't done that in a while.
You haven't.
A Charleston, South Carolina bride is suing the local Doubletree Hotel. Have you read this?
I did.
All right. Because her wedding was ruined by a depraved man who stood above the ceremony flashing his genitalia. Samuel James Dangle.
Dangle, not dangle.
The alleged flasher is not named as a defendant in the suit. The Daily Mail reports that the bride, Anna Rogers Murphy, and her parents are seeking actual and punitive damages for negligence and emotional distress. According to the suit, Doubletree's management promised that a wedding would not be disturbed by other hotel guests.
Like, ma'am, we promise no genitalia will be pressed against the window.
No ham presents.
It wasn't just ham.
It was everything.
He was pressing salami and hush puppies, too.
Hush puppies. Some fresh spun mozzarella.
What's with these keys?
Scratching up the glass. In actuality, Dangle pressed his genitals against his hotel window during the ceremony and was plainly seen by wedding guests in the courtyard below. According to authorities, he waved.
With...
Who knows?
If you got it
He
flung.
was just keegling. The news notes that Roger Murphy and her parents paid $15,000 for the ceremony at a Doubletree. Now, It must be one of those hotels that's set up so it's got like the courtyard in the middle.
Yeah,
it
is.
Okay, I was like, because how is he pressing his shit up against his window and they can see it?
I think it's interesting that they promise that they will keep guests from interrupting stuff. Like, how do you do that, when the courtyard is kind of in the middle of these things?
Yeah, exactly.
Because obviously Mr. Dengle there figured it out when he flashed his berries,
Yeah, I don't even understand why.
Why he did that?
Yeah.
Probably saw the wedding and was like, this will be hilarious. Press some ham, and then was probably like, oh, you know what's better than ham?
The whole thing.
A nice pepperoni. Oh, man.
Yeah.
I just think it's humorous because, like, is he going to get any sort of... Like, I haven't read anything that says he's being charged with anything.
Yeah,
lewd conduct or
If
anything.
he's in his room...
I still think there's rules about, like...
you shouldn't press your dick up against the glass.
Because you don't know how clean it is.
Also true.
Glass or his dick, I don't... Either way.
But, I don't know.
There's probably some rules in the hospital... hotel, whatnot. It wouldn't surprise me if they, like, threw him out.
But
somebody's got to see him, though. Like, from the hotel, I would think.
And what if he was like, hey, I just got out of the shower and I was trying to get my curtain adjusted and I can't help it, my shit hit the glass.
Right. Doing some chin-ups in front of the window. I mean, trying to get some sun on your dick.
He's like, why should I pay $10 for 30 minutes of porn when I can just stare out the window at the bride and beat off against the window?
Right? Yeah, they're probably lucky you didn't do anything out the window, like seagull him or something.
Yeah. Exactly.
Just dump a cup of, horrific on him.
Yes. Some hot stranger load.
Yeah.
Instead of rice.
Right. Give her the old Genghis dong.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
Everyone's blowing bubbles except him. He's Spider-Man-ing.
Yeah. Oh, gross. Yeah, I don't know. It's really interesting to me how, the hotel thinks that they can. I mean, they probably don't figure people are going to be pressing wang, though.
That's true.
They probably figure that people are just going to be gawking at the window or something.
Yeah.
Or, shouting out type of things to where they could immediately have security, remove them or something.
They probably like we won't have everyone interrupt, so they'll probably like, hey, the courtyard's closed. You can't go through here and head to the arcade or whatever this DoubleTree has.
Right, you can't eat at the buffet.
The Piggly Wiggly or whatever.
Piggly Wiggly, that's a grocery store.
I don't know. It's southern shit.
I know. This seems like this just screams settled out of court, doesn't it?
Yes.
It just seems like the hotel's going to give them something,
Oh shit! Here's what I don't know. DoubleTrees are under the Hilton brand.
Oh yeah, I knew that.
I did not know that.
Mm-hmm.
Fonse.
Yeah, so I don't know.
I'm trying to pull up. Trying to look at their layouts and shit.
I'm curious who first noticed, also.
Right.
Because the wedding's going on at eye level mostly.
You would think.
And I don't know. Does it say how far up? I don't remember it saying how far up the guy was. Because if he's like 1 or 2 floors, you'd still see it. But if he's like
165 suites. I don't know.
Just kind of makes me wonder where he was at the time.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Like, was somebody just casually looking around there like, oh, Jesus,
Good God.
What is he doing over there?
Rooms and suites.
That guy pressing a salamander against the glass?
Maybe.
Maybe it was Jaeger Day.
Could very well be. Shit gets crazy on Jaeger Day, Brian.
So I've heard. Yeah, I don't know. That was funny, though. I read that earlier today.
Yeah, I was trying to see if there was some sort of floor plan I could look at, but as much as Born Identity would make you think you can find floor plans for everything.
I know. Go figure.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I got one that was sent to us by your lovely and talented wife.
Oh, you mean Beerfest boobs?
Yes, the ones you'll be wearing.
Yes.
It's the bikini top. This bikini top sticks 2 fingers up to censorship. And head to the beach this summer and you might see a bunch of women walking around with their nipples on show, which I'm sure he'll be happy about.
All right, Hamilton.
No. But before you drop your ice cream cone on the floor and gawk, know that all may not be as it first seems. The women may very well be sporting the new Tata top, a bikini top with 2 pink nipples emblazoned onto the cups.
Tata top is a terrible name.
It is, I agree. I don't know exactly what's a better name. Do you have a better name? If not, think about it while I read.
Breastkini?
Nah, it's not very good. No.
Them titties?
There you go.
The top?
Them titties. At first glance, the top may seem like some hilarious prank, but dig slightly below the surface and its creators have a distinctly more feminist agenda. While men are free to walk shirtless as they please, being topless if you're a woman is illegal in some American states. With that in mind, the bizarrely realistic garment has been created in order to tackle the lack of gender equality when it comes to bearing all. On their website, the makers of the bikini, Robin Graves and Michelle Lytle, I think, write, "Why can't girls be topless? If you really think about it, what's the difference between a man's nipples and a woman's? Is it really just the extra breast tissue? Is it the fact that women's nipples are paired with a vagina?
How about the fact that they're delicious?"
Damn it, man, you're not helping. Is it the presence of a real and true female nipple bared to the world that is so offensive, that is so horrid that it must be kept covered? Who is this law protecting, and what are they protecting them from? What message does it send to young women about their bodies? That they should be ashamed and keep them covered? Although not directly associated, the bikini hits shelves in the wake of the hashtag Free the Nipple movement. Where is it? Oh, the campaign, originally started by filmmaker Lena Esco, has seen hundreds of women parade around. I lost it. Parade topless around New York to end gender-specific double standards. The Tata top will allow women to support the campaign in a way that's completely illegal and brilliantly sneaky. You look topless, but you aren't, and therefore are not breaking any laws, the website reiterates. If the sight of uncovered nipples makes you shudder in fear or pop off in anger, then game on and may the breast girl win.
Why don't I just throw a sock on my dick and walk around? Because I look naked, but I'm not.
Right. I kind of want to do what you're saying. It's like, I want to just put out, shorts for both genders where it just looks like you're just nude to pair with these.
Yeah.
And I know these are available in different colors as well to try to match your skin tone.
I mean, I understand, but still. And they're like, oh, why can guys walk around without a shirt on? But because typically women don't rape guys.
It's true. I will say this. I'm an advocate of guys not walking around with their shirts off also.
Yeah, that's fair, too.
I just think the rules should just be applied that way.
I could care less, but there's definitely many times that I've just glanced out my passenger side window or something and seen some beast of an old guy out in his front yard fucking weed whacking or something. Right. And it's like, really, dude?
Yeah, exactly.
Like, I'm glad your tits have a shelf to lay on.
Yeah. It's like nobody should be going like that. It's bad for you because, all that sun exposure.
Yeah, that's it. That too.
Yeah. So, at some point, these are going to not be allowed, though. I can't believe. Because from a distance, it's going to look like these people are walking around topless.
They look topless.
And if there's laws against being topless in those areas, it's going to cause a real issue.
Yeah.
I don't know. Not to mention, obviously, you're going to have
people gawking.
Well, that too, but I don't even mean it that way. But yeah, you're going to have that. But I mean, guys will gawk whether the girl's wearing, no matter what the top she's wearing.
Yeah, she could be wearing one of those 1920s bathing suits, and guys gawk.
And I'm not supporting it. It's just how it is at the moment. But there's going to be the, think of the children kind of people.
Yeah.
I can't possibly have little Timmy see breasts at this age.
Well, how much did CBS get fined for Janet Jackson's tit being on TV?
It was ridiculous.
You know what I mean?
And it wasn't even a good one.
And it was for it was like boom, and it was over.
It had Captain America's shield on there and all kinds of weird,
right? Like
whatever that ninja star
barely
was.
Noted. The only reason you really saw it, was if you looked at the screen cap.
Yeah.
Watching it live, I remember going, was that her nipple?
Yeah, I think that's...
And that was it.
It's like, whoa, I think her breast is shaking.
Yeah, and it's like I didn't even 100% know that it was. So I was like,
but Brian, the children.
I know.
How dare you not think of the children?
I keep flashing to the Simpsons episode with the I can't think what the place was called. It's the Maison Derriere is the name of the place, but I can't remember what it was. It's not a brothel. It's a
Burlesque house?
Yes. Thank you. And, Mrs. Lovejoy is constantly like, oh, won't someone think of the children? The whole time. And it's just, I'm sure that'll put the kibosh on this probably faster than anything else.
Probably.
Because,
The children.
After all. God forbid they see something that they have.
Yeah. Or fed from.
Or fed from.
Should want to touch and feel.
No. Not yet.
Oh, okay.
Later.
The children, Brian.
I know. Think of the children.
You gotta think of the shit. They're so innocent.
Right. Now you're starting to sound like a NAMBLA member. And if they're thinking about the children, I don't like it.
Yeah, that's weird.
Yeah. Enough of that.
Yeah. I'm so worried about the boobies and the inspirations that they'll give them. They'll be masturbating. Next thing you know. It's the children.
It's true.
It's like drunk Nana over here.
Yeah.
I see.
Our bodies we should be ashamed of our bodies. We shouldn't show anything.
It all went to shit when they stopped going to Sunday school. Give me our vodka. She just wouldn't have wanted the boobies out.
Oh, man.
That's why y'all wore robes.
Oh, man. Well, in those times they had robes with breasts on them, much like these.
Well, of course.
Bikini tops.
Yeah, naturally.
Yeah, as was tradition.
Yeah. Plus easy robe access.
Yeah. 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 I'm just not sure how to feel about these.
Yeah, I'm not sure either.
I'm just picturing 13-year-old boys at the beach just
oh my God,
following these women around.
Exactly.
Just drooling across the beach.
Staying waist deep in the water.
Right.
Sees her little 13-year-old boners.
I was going to say knocking over sandcastles with their boners, yeah.
Testing the structural integrity of that netting. It's just chafing away. That's why I buy swim trunks without the netting.
Flashing back to 13, are you?
Yeah.
Or yesterday.
Those netting does not exist in my life anymore.
That's a terrible idea. Yeah.
Stupid netting.
Yeah. Seriously. Just that 13-year-old boy and then the mom or the dad, and then they get outraged. And
yeah.
Yep.
I am outraged.
Then the beach gets sued for allowing it. And,
of course.
Then the beach has to put up rules about,
about bathing suits that look like your need.
Well, there's some beaches, I don't know if they still do, but there were beaches for a while that would have signs up that basically, no thongs.
Yeah.
Because, they didn't want anything scandalous.
Oh, you mean boring shit beach?
Yes.
Yes.
I think they were afraid if someone bent over, you might get to see some clam or something.
Right. Well, it is the ocean.
Yeah.
You should be able to see some clam.
Yes.
See some clam.
All right. What else you got?
I've got this death metal band.
Yeah? We do like talking about death metal, especially after talking about breasts.
Yes. Death metal band to play in airtight cube until they run out of oxygen.
So they really will be a death metal band.
Yes.
So it's like a snuff film, huh?
The death metal band, Unfathomable Ruination.
That's a good name.
Are to play in an airtight soundproof cube until they run out of oxygen. Repeating the feat 3 nights a week from July 3rd until August 1st.
Huh.
So they're officially kicking it off today. The performance is held outside London landmark De Gherkin at 6 p.m. every Wednesday to Friday. Will be inaudible to the public and are held as part of an installation titled Box Size Die by Portuguese artist João. Whatever.
How do we know they're playing if it's inaudible?
It's the Gherkin. It's the big box outside the Gherkin. I guess.
All right.
Sounds like a joke.
It does.
This big box outside the Gherkin.
With a barbell.
Hey. The performance's duration is limited to length of time in which oxygen is expended. Outside the cube, viewers observe its strange vibrations, only viewing the band's entrance and exit the performance stage. London 5-piece Unfathomable Ruination, formed in 2011, released 2 albums, musical album and Mishappen Congenital Entropy.
Wow.
The video for the song Carved Inherent Delusion can be seen below. Now, I do have one of their videos if you want to hear Unfathomable Ruination.
Well, I'm pretty sure we have to hear them, right?
And this is Carved Inherent Delusion.
Okay.
Are you ready for some
sure.
Unfathomable Ruination?
Sure.
Sweet, visceral video. Yeah. Sounds about right.
Yeah.
I was waiting to get to the hook. Whoa, explosions.
Jeez.
God, I want to murder something now.
Now, is this them passing out?
Well, picture that for 4 more minutes.
Is that how long the air's gonna last?
Maybe.
Oh.
The way they're headbanging, quite possible.
So people aren't going to be able to see them
Or hear them.
or hear them except for they walk in and walk out.
Yes.
So basically, they could just walk into this cube, do nothing for
Well,
X amount of time.
they got to make the cube vibrate, so I guess big blowjob sessions.
Right, and I'm sure that's
Handies
easy.
for everyone.
Right. Just circle up
Yeah.
or square up, depending on how, you know.
It looks like a 5-piece band?
Yeah. So they could easily just not really do a whole lot.
Yeah.
Because you can make that thing vibrate without really doing a whole lot.
I guess it's the illusion. No, not even the illusion.
No.
It
needs to be a
It's some
clear-
sort of art piece.
Yeah, but it
quote
needs to be
unquote.
like a clear cube, so you can actually watch them playing and at some point pass
Fall
out.
over.
Yeah. And
That would be ideal.
yeah, because I'm assuming someone's got to get them oxygen like real fast.
They're fine.
Yeah, because depriving your brain of oxygen is not generally recommended, but I don't know how much you need to do what they're doing.
Probably a lot. They look pretty energetic.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I don't think they'll last that long.
No, probably not.
I give them credit for jamming 5 guys into that weird walk-in closet-looking cube, but
Right.
and then fucking slamming out some metal until they almost die.
Yeah.
But still.
Only to repeat it a couple nights later.
Yeah, exactly.
Because I said, what, 3 nights?
I think there's 3 shows a night.
Oh, 3 a night?
Let me see here.
That's a little different.
Oh, no, just 3 nights.
Oh,
You're right.
Okay.
Yeah.
If it was 3 a night.
Oh, 3 nights a week for like a month.
Okay. So that's still. Yeah, 12 shows. That's all right.
I mean, and I don't know. They can't have all 5 guys in there. The picture is the lead singer behind the drum kit. I mean, I guess the guitarist could be behind him, but.
But if it's a 5-piece, that's what, three guitarists.
Yeah, it's probably what,
Right.
a lead, a rhythm, a bass.
Yeah.
Was this one was like got the double leads maybe?
Could be.
One guy's fingers are bleeding from the insane shredding. The other guy takes over.
Of course. Yeah. Takes over. No, they just keep
I
playing.
got this, bro. All right.
You just play to the bone, man.
It's true.
The bones have calluses.
Callous to bones.
Yeah. Ooh, good band name too.
Nice.
Album name, whatever.
I like it as a band name. They could tour with Unfathomable Ruination.
Right, but not with There Might Be Tentacles.
No.
Different style of music.
Different genre.
Yeah.
Everything.
Yeah.
I got to sit up straight. I'm getting my lean on.
I noticed.
I don't want to turn into a zombie like last week.
Sure you do.
Dude, that was a rough drive home last week.
Nah, you were fine.
Oh, fuck me.
Nah.
That was not good.
Yeah, you just need something in your car that just slaps you every once in a while.
Yeah, it's true.
Make sure you're awake. But it can't be something where you expect it. It's got to be at random intervals.
Right.
From different directions.
Yeah, of course.
Right. La la la. Whap in the groin.
I just need to set up some preloaded Nerf guns.
Yeah.
That'll randomly fire Nerf darts at me.
Yeah.
As I'm driving.
Right, especially toward the eye and groin.
Yes. Especially the eyes.
Yes. That'll be very helpful.
It's as I'm coming up to a red light.
Yeah. Get one of those big ass arrows from when we were kids from the Nerf bow and arrow.
Right.
And it'll just have a giant suction cup. It'll just completely block your eye.
Dude, you see the thing Oz posted that they're doing in New York? Aero tag?
Yes.
That looks awesome.
That seems like
a great idea.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Seems like you're really going to have to make sure that you have good head and neck protection on and dick protection.
I would think so.
Because somebody's going to be aiming for a groin shot.
Those are pretty heavily padded arrows, too. I mean, they had a lot of...
Still.
But, I mean...
You're going to get hit with good force off of those.
It's still going to... It'd be like getting hit with paintball, probably.
Yeah.
Probably not as bad as a paintball, though.
Probably not.
Paintballs suck.
Yeah, you don't want to catch one of those in the nards.
Or anywhere,
No.
to be honest.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
Especially skin area.
For sure.
Then there's just the crying and the stinging. And
the stinging and the crying.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So yeah, that's Unfathomable Ruination.
Nice.
Playing until they pass out.
That's what it should just be called.
Yeah.
Playing until they pass out.
That's her live album we're going to put out.
Yeah.
It's just the vault door closing.
That should be the name of our... That's the name of our drunk podcast. Playing till we pass out.
Dude, that's a good name. You should write that down because I will forget that.
And actually, maybe I'll just call the show that this week. Well, that's a long name.
I like it as the drunk podcast. Playing till we pass out.
Yeah.
Now we need to come up with some sort of point system. Make it a game.
Yeah, right?
Because then we can invite people on.
Oh, yeah, true.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then we can have a contest of champions at the end of the year.
Or every 4 years. Much like World Cup.
We could do both.
Yes.
We could have the annual champions and then the super, the super cup.
Super duper.
Yeah. We'll call it the Galactic Cup or something.
I like it.
Yeah.
Universal Cup.
Yeah. Because fuck the World Cup.
That's right.
Yeah.
It looks like a big gold dick anyway.
It does. It does.
Gold dick.
I'm actually really surprised that the World Cup isn't more flashy. It's just a small little thing.
Yeah, you think it'd be covered in gems.
You'd think it would be like the Stanley Cup times 2 and just gold.
Yeah. Full of Coke.
Yeah. Yeah. Rather than just being foil over chocolate.
Yes.
Yeah.
You take your key ring off your sack and open up the secret door on it. It's just full of whores.
You're talking about the made-up trophy, right?
Of course.
Okay. Because I was say if the World Cup trophy has whores in it, they're really tiny. Or they fold up well.
Yeah, mini fold-up whores. You'll have that.
I haven't seen those in a while.
Have you checked Amazon?
I see. All right, well, you have something else there, don't you?
Oh, sure.
Come on, man. We're in the home stretch.
I'm fighting.
You're fine. Remember, Rocky, you're a southpaw.
Shut up and take my money.
Ooh, that wasn't very loud.
Shut up and take my money.
One more.
Shut up and take my money.
Maybe they got it.
Shut up and take my money.
I got one of those. Since we're on the subject of World Cup.
We are?
Kind of.
Okay.
You remember all this? You heard about Luis Alberto Suarez?
Is that the guy that bit the guy?
Yes.
Yeah.
That's Biter.
Or I should say bit multiple people.
Yeah.
It's like his third time he's done it.
It's Bitey McBitester over there.
Mm-hmm. There's a lot of memes about him biting.
If you go to saltylanguage.com, click on that there Amazon portal, and throw his name into the search bar, you got to make the additional word of a bottle opener.
Funny.
There's a Alberto Suarez bottle opener that is him biting. How awesome is that?
That's pretty good.
There's two versions.
Okay.
There's one that's like a keychain. It looks like kind of like almost like a homie, like that style.
Nice.
That's like $9, whatever. And then there's the flat ones, like I like.
Yeah.
And his mouth is where the.
Oh, see, that was exactly what I pictured. Yeah.
They're pretty strong.
That's a great idea.
Yeah, they're pretty good key rings.
Yeah. Did you see his
Bottle openers.
You know how FIFA was like, you can't do that kind of a thing.
Right.
Did you see he was like, oh, if you let me back, I promise I won't do it anymore.
Yeah.
It's like, dude, you've bit 3 people.
Like, people have it on camera.
Yeah.
Him just taking chunks out of people.
Each time. Again, this week, or whatever, with John Oliver talked about it last Sunday. It's like, dude, you've already done it 3 times. I'm not sure that they should
slow your roll, son.
Yeah. It seems to me like they should probably just be like, yeah, you're done, buddy. We can't just have you biting people.
What do you mean?
Aside from being terrible sportsmanship, it's also very unsafe.
Yes. What if he's a carrier of the rage disease like 28 days later?
Right?
He's patient 0.
Exactly. Or whatever it is in the upcoming FX show, The Strain.
And you thought 28 days later zombies running fast? Imagine if they're World Cup zombies.
I know, right? Those tree trunk legs.
Exactly, tree trunk legs.
Used to run in, 7 or 9 miles at a time?
Yeah,
game.
whatever crazy thing it is.
Those things aren't tiring out. You see them, it's like seeing a bear like 10 feet from you. It's like, fuck.
A bear that clearly hits the squat rack.
Yes.
Yeah, for sure.
I don't think bears have to hit squat racks. Pretty sure their legs are pretty strong.
Nah, they're not World Cup zombie strong.
Okay, fair enough. I'm just saying, if I see a bear 10 feet from me, I'm pretty much going to assume that I'm fucked.
Yes, for sure.
And eaten. Not necessarily in that order.
Just douse your neck in honey to get it over with quick.
Yeah. I don't think I'll have to worry about it being over quick. I think they'll maul me pretty fast.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
They might just toy with you, though.
Yeah, that would be horrible.
Because bears are shitheads.
Yeah. Well, I would be, too. They are the bullies of the forests.
Hey.
Stealing picnic baskets
bullies.
And such.
It's true, wearing green hats and ties and no shirt. What the fuck's wrong with them?
Well, they don't have to.
Goddamn bears.
Yeah. There are downsides to being a bear. Nobody's cutting the shit out of your ass. And
True.
It's just matted and nasty. So.
Yeah, matted ass.
Until you can dip your ass in a stream somewhere.
Which I'm sure feels wonderful.
Yeah.
It might be a little cold, but you got all that bear fur.
Exactly. That's what it's for.
Yeah.
To keep you warm when dipping your ass.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You looking at my ass?
I don't think I have a show name at this point. We're at the end of the show. Because all the ones that we've talked about, like, there might be tentacles I like, but it's a long
Vietnamese shrapnel?
Ooh. All right.
Maybe.
That'll work.
Peach Old Fashions for the win. Peach Old Fashions FTW.
Those were for the win, for sure.
Yeah, those are pretty tasty. I'll get to make them again.
Yes, sir.
We're going to have to start experimenting of old fashions.
Yeah. And imagine that. We have whiskey provided by our good pal Garrett.
And I finally started playing BioShock, Garrett. It's pretty fucking sweet.
To quote Tony, he sent me a picture of the dude at the computer vomiting rainbows.
Yes,
so,
that's about how I felt about it.
There you go. All right, well, if you have leisure time when you're not enjoying pantsless listening sessions to our show while drinking peach old fashions, go to even if you are, go to saltylanguage.com.
For sure.
As Tony's mentioned a few times, click the Amazon banner, buy shit, help us out. Or click on one of the multiple donate buttons on the page.
Right.
If you just want to throw cash straight in our faces.
Please do.
Tony will put a GIF up of him dancing sensually so you'll feel like you got something out of it.
Very much.
That's what we should. If you hit the donate button and donate over a certain amount, you should just send, a dancing
Unlocks
GIF.
an image.
Yeah. A dancing GIF of our choosing.
Yes. It'd be something awful.
Oh, of course.
Yeah.
Shh, they don't know that.
It'd be the guy pressing his dick up against the hotel glass.
Right, over and over. Oh, man.
Hard fucker. Oh, God. That's creepy.
That's probably what's going to happen. While you're there, click on the... you can download old episodes of the show, or all the episodes of the show, I should say. At the podcast link, there's the blog page where my new blog is.
Nice.
There's an activities page with some things if you haven't done it. Tony puts up links and videos and other shenanigans on the website.
Indeed.
If you haven't checked out the Dirty Halo video...
Count yourself lucky.
Yeah, but do it anyway.
Yeah, it's worthwhile.
And then go check out Lemon Party on the internet.
Well, you got to support something.
God. Yeah.
Use that citrus flavor to get that nasty taste out of your mouth from Dirty Halo.
Oh, maybe.
Probably not.
Probably not.
Depends on what they're into.
True. You can click on the PodGods link and check out the other shows in our network. or the network we're part of. It's not our network.
It is now.
It is
We're
now,
taking
apparently.
over.
Sorry, Adam. Tony has just taken over the network, apparently.
Yep.
I'm not sure when he's going to run it, but...
Me neither.
All I can think of is when he'll run it into the ground.
Probably true.
Yeah. Let's see. You can find our social media links on there if you need them.
Yep.
You can go find us on the Twitters at salty_language. You can find me probably at Stunami.
I'm at Monotony_ on Instagram, bitch.
Which is the better place to find Tony.
Yeah, it really is.
Especially if you want to see all the coffee.
I am a fan of the coffee.
And dick pics.
Well, you'll have that.
Especially in the coffee.
Yes.
He does swizzle stick with his dick.
Yeah, it sucks. But it's so good for your skin.
Then you can give coffee facials. See what I did there?
I do see what you did there.
You know, it's like when you put the turkey baster in the, or not a turkey baster, a syringe in the water and pull. Right? That's how it works, right?
Yeah,
put your dick in the coffee, you pull the coffee in there.
Yeah, pull it back.
Right. And then it's like a snake spitting its venom.
Loading one of those weird pool squirt guns.
Yeah. Except weirder.
But a dick and coffee.
Yeah.
That is weird.
Yeah, it's pretty much the same.
Let's stop talking about this.
Let's just stop talking.
Oh, okay.
Aside from the, have a beer, you'll be fine.
And stay salty, go fuck yourself.
Also, enjoy a dirty halo, if you will.
Oof. I don't know what to enjoy, but yeah,
Yeah.
look it up. Have fun.
Yeah, enjoy it. Really.